Fatima's Tulip Adventure. It was a cloudy Sunday morning, and the temperature outside was a brisk 50 degrees. Inside their warm home, Figaro, a gray-brown tabby cat, stretched his long legs across the rug. 24-year-old Fatima sat nearby in her bright blue-wheeled chair, her eyes shining with a secret plan. Even though Fatima doesn't use words to speak, she has a very clear way of telling her family what she wants. Her parents, Gulsen and Levent, were looking forward to a quiet day. "It's so cozy in here," Gulsen said, wrapping her hands around a warm mug. Levent nodded in agreement, glancing at the gray sky outside. They thought it was the perfect day to stay inside. But Fatima had something much more exciting in mind for them all. Fatima didn't want to stay inside. She skillfully navigated her wheelchair over to Levent, catching his eye with a determined look. She reached out and gently led him toward the front door. "I think someone is telling us it's time for an adventure," Levent laughed, finally understanding her silent invitation. Seeing Fatima's excitement, the family began to get ready. Gulsen pulled on her favorite bright purple coat and a matching blue beanie. Then she helped Fatima into a warm, puffy coat with a beautiful pink and white floral pattern. They looked like a perfect pair, dressed in colors as bright as a spring morning. They decided to visit the local arboretum to see the spring blooms. As they arrived, the fresh, crisp air filled their lungs. Levent pushed Fatima's chair along the smooth, winding paths. "Thank you for bringing us out here, Fatima," Levent whispered. The world felt wide and full of possibilities. Suddenly, they turned a corner and saw a sea of color. Hundreds of tulips were in full bloom. There were deep purples that matched Gulsen's coat and soft pinks that mirrored Fatima's jacket. Gulsen took out her camera, wanting to capture the way Fatima's face glowed as she looked at the vibrant petals. Levent found a wooden bench nearby and sat down for a moment to take it all in. He pulled out his phone to take a picture of Fatima and the flowers. He felt so proud of his daughter. She reminds them every day that communication comes from the heart, not just from words. Gulsen joined Fatima near the flower beds. They sat together in silence, watching the tulips sway in the gentle breeze. The colors were so bright they seemed to glow against the gray Sunday sky. It was a moment of pure peace, shared between a mother and her daughter. The afternoon was a wonderful success. Fatima's joy was contagious, and her smile told her parents everything they needed to know. She was happy, she was loved, and she was exactly where she wanted to be. The fresh air and the beautiful colors had turned a quiet Sunday into a day they would never forget. When they finally returned home, Figaro was waiting by the door with a welcoming purr. As they settled back into their cozy living room, Gulsen and Levent felt a deep sense of gratitude. They thanked Fatima for her encouragement to go on an adventure, proving that sometimes the best days are the ones we didn't plan.